Hey everyone, my name is Payton Taylor and I am here at this gem of a store. This is the Up and Down Closet consignment store in Hendersonville, Tennessee. This is one of my favorite places to come shop, and I've really gotten to know the ladies here so well. It's woman owned, woman managed, and very woman affirming, specializing in sizes from large and up. So you really can go quite literally up and down, but not just clothing. There's really is something here for everybody. The jewelry is fantastic. The bags, there's a whole wall of them. So there really is just so much to go through here. I swear I see something different every time that I come by, and we're gonna take a little tour. So it is so easy to put an entire outfit together, and there's quite a few items that are actually already new with tags. So the deals are crazy. Example here. This is a Chico's piece, and it already has the retail tag on it. It was originally $139 at Chico's, and you can get it here for $39.99. So originally $139, here starts at just $39.99, and immediately whole outfit you can put together. Ring, necklaces, bag, shoes down here, and you're set. So there's not only just really great basics here, but there are also some really fun pieces that you can add to the basics to really make kind of a signature little look. So this is one of our friend Rike's pieces to add just a little pop of color to just your classic basic knit dress. Little pop of this coral color that I love so much. Definitely adds a little bit of spring or summer to just your everyday little black dress, a little bit longer black dress. So something like this from Rike. We have this too if you wanted to dress it up a little bit for, I would say an evening out, but these days it's a little more of an evening in. So, but something a little more evening wise, you can put this little bolero type situation on top, and it definitely catches the light. Just gorgeous. There we go. This is so unique. I love this. And you're going to get some awesome movement with this. And then something else that I'm afraid of this myself, as you can tell, I'm just wearing a black sweater today. I am so afraid of adding color. I just always feel like it's going to be too much. There's some really great scarves here that you can add again to this dress just to give it that little pop of color. So a little pink to add to a pop of color to your dress. And as always, the beautiful burnout velvets from Rike can add just to any piece, and it gives just so much drama, which we know we love some of that all at the right times. And this is just beautiful. So just a perfect combination of some basics and then also some little accents you can add to really dress it up and make it your own, so you can look your very best on your next Zoom call. Some Louis Vuittons over here, and then just so much gorgeous jewelry. We have semi-precious stones, sterling silver, collections from Suzanne Summers. I believe there's some Diamonique, just really from all corners of the world, from our awesome consigners who consign with us, and you can really just spend so much time going through all of these.
Carpe Artista invites you to Simply Smyrna. Simply Smyrna 2021 is on, and we're celebrating our 10th birthday with the whole town. You can join the whole party June 12th in the historic Depot District for live music, vendors, food trucks, artisans, beer garden is sponsored by SEMA, and a whole lot more. If you'd like to be a vendor, go to carpeartista.com/event/Simply Smyrna Vendors 2021. We'll put all the information on the Main Street Today page, or go to Carpe Artista's Facebook page. We are here at Kia of Murfreesboro with Martin Herr, the Kia guy.
Hello.
What's that picture beside you?
This, my 6-year-old Penelope Grace. She came to the dealership one day, and at school she was asked to draw something, so she drew the store and wrote something about Daddy's work.
What does it say?
This weekend I went to my dad's work, and it was fun. And she the 3 doors in the front, which I have 3 doors in the front, little Kia signs, and she was super proud. So my wife framed it, and
That's awesome. That's
it's
awesome.
displayed. Oh, and it just happened to be here. Well, this is called a Kia Seltos, so it's not quite as small as the Sportage, but not as large as the Sorento. It's that in-between size. This is something that just launched this year in 2021. And I can tell you, they're fantastic vehicles. They're very popular. The size, the technology, it's all there.
And they light up across the
Oh,
front.
this whole thing lights up. Neon lights, LED lights, space lights. It's got all kinds of lights, really. It's the light machine. But they're very cool, full of technology.
They're 4-wheel drive.
They make them in all-wheel drive and front wheel. They make them where it charges your iPhone just based on where you set it. They make them with multiple moonroofs. They make them with different stereo options. They make them obviously with leather, heated seats, cool seats. I mean, the thing about Kia is it doesn't matter what options you get, you'll get more options in a Kia product for less money than any competitor like it, period. Hence why Kia is continually called America's best value. Our average customer drives 39.5 miles to come here. We are currently ranked #1 in all of America for customer satisfaction when it comes to service department. And quite frankly, we're the best team there is. So I just don't know how we can make it any better, but we try every day to find ways to, and our pursuit will always to be the best of the best of the best, period.
Look at that. See, hand sanitizing stations.
We've got a movie theater.
Look at this.
So this is a 9-seat movie theater, and they're not just any seats.
Okay, the reason that people drive 39 miles to come here. Isn't that fantastic? Come in and get your service done on your car. And you take other makes and models other than just Kia.
And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's got an engine and uses gas, we can work on it.
Oh, there you go. All right.
This is our waiting lounge. What you'll see right away is we have 13 flavors of coffee available.
And I love, if you all my Louisiana peeps, community coffee people. Isn't this awesome? Look at this. This is just part of what you do.
Cafe table, should you bring your lunch. We have a cartoon room just for children. The internet bar. USB plugs and power plugs under those silver plates. So if you're here working while you're getting your car serviced, you got a little power action. Wi-Fi passwords on the wall.
There you go. Fantastic.
Or maybe you just want to watch a little TV.
Perfect.
There it is.
And we will brag on you because look at all these Main Street awards. Kia of Murfreesboro, and of course a Ruthie Award winner as well. But awards, look at them, just everywhere.
Now listen, these are residents of Middle Tennessee, and in this case, predominantly Rutherford County, Murfreesboro. These are your neighbors and friends saying that this is the best place for now 4 years consecutively to buy a car new, to buy a pre-owned car, and to service your car.
We're looking at some new models for the coming year, and Martin Herr, tell us a little bit about this model. This is a good looking vehicle.
Well, this vehicle is called the K5. K as in Kia, the greatest brand out there. Anyway, so this replaced the Optima, the Kia Optima. And so when they unveiled this car, the whole idea was, again, more hard lines, aggressive styling, adventuresome, fun. So they did that, and they actually copied part of what the Stinger represents, which is our sports car. And this is the first four-door sedan Kia's made with a slope-back rear end to give it a sport look. Then they gave it some tuned suspension and some different engine options that give you really a lot of power. It's really amazing. It's a comfortable family car with great gas mileage that when you want to get dirty and hit that pedal, gone. Great car.
I know that you got bragging rights for the person that answers the phone and directs people over there. Now she is a special lady.
Oh, listen, that's my gatekeeper right there, Miss G. Miss Glendon. If you call here, the odds are she's going to answer the phone. And she does a wonderful job, don't you?
Hi, Miss G.
You can tell by her mask she's a Steelers fan. We love her anyway. We let her slide on that.
I love it.
So when I say I want a relationship with our customers, I mean that. And so that means good communication, good or bad. And so I had an elderly couple that bought a vehicle from us 6-7 months earlier, and a single car family, and I guess a tire came off a semi truck and hit the car and damaged it and practically disabled it. So not knowing any better, they had it towed to their home, where they called me the next morning. And it was like a cartoon, right? They were husband and wife both trying to be on the phone at the same time, telling me their bit and what happened and what they were scared of. And it was just hard to understand anything. So we got them calmed down. And long story short, I got permission from them to their insurance agency to speak to me, and I orchestrated their car getting repaired, from providing a car for them to drive, to me having the car picked up and brought to my body shop facility, to overseeing the process of insurance paying for it and getting them back on the road in total. I oversaw the whole project for them because they were just lost as last year's Easter egg. And, you know, they were older and they were scared, and I reminded them there's a reason you did business with the old Kia guy. And that was the promise, is that I will be here and I will listen and I'll help anytime and anywhere that I am able, period. And that's what we did.
Look, this is the brand new, really newly designed Soul. And I'm just gonna say it's my favorite. I love this vehicle. I love Kia Souls. It's just one of my favorites. If I were gonna get a new car, this would be mine. Look how cute and adorable that is. And you know, a lot of people love the sporty shape of some vehicles. I love the square shape of this because I find that when I drive in inclement weather, they drive really great in inclement weather.
Kia's balance is really great. And of course, we all know front wheel drive does better in inclement weather, and that's what predominantly Kia is front wheel drive. But the funny thing about the Soul is, if you look at other competitors that have made similar boxy type vehicles, they have not sold anywhere near the rate the Kia Soul has. Matter of fact, the Kia Soul is Kia's #1 volume selling vehicle. #1 volume selling. So there's a Nissan version, there's a Toyota version, or Scion technically. All these different versions, not even close. They haven't even scratched the surface on what this segment does, because the Soul literally has hit the ground running and owns that segment in the market, completely owns it. And they're great cars. Again, we sell more Souls than anything else, period, as an organization, coast to coast.
It's just fantastic because there's such a utility vehicle. You put those seats down in the back and you've got a transport vehicle. I mean, I have a friend who has moved, I don't know how many times, using that Soul, and it is incredible how much you can put in one. The newly designed version, like you said, there are a lot of extra special little touches along the sides, along the doors, and the front end. That's where you're going to really see a lot of the design differences. Look how smart that looks.
Yeah.
Love it.
Just look right there. The front end looks like a Lexus. These headlights resemble that of a Range Rover. The only problem is, this is a Kia, right? So you don't pay for those brands' looks. What's important to me is my children, my staff, my friends and family, just being grateful. Just a celebration of another survival of another year. I mean, you know.
Lost in the moment, frozen in time. Your skin on my skin, your eyes on mine. This is love. Trusting together, knowing as one. Something forever has just begun. This is love. When you know that you know, and you trust as you go. When you live to give yourself to someone else, heart and soul, this is love. Oh, this is love. Turning the pages, the chapters of life. Some days will be lonely, some so divine. This is love. Raising a family through thick and thin, trying to remember the way back when. This is love. When you know that you know, and you trust as you go, sharing smiles and tears and miles and years down a long winding road. This is love. Oh, this is love. Faces will wrinkle, hair will turn gray, memories will linger, memories will fade. This is love. Lost in the moment, frozen in time, a lifetime together, saying goodbye. This is love. When you know that you know, and you trust as you go, when you live to give yourself to someone else, heart and soul. Oh, this is love. Oh, this is love.
ML Rose has become a well-known Nashville brand. It was started by Austin Ray, a 23-year-old who moved after his degree in hospitality from Boston University to create ML Rose. He has a story behind this, and it's expanding even as we speak. But let's go back to the very beginning.
Hey Nashville, it's Austin Ray from the Melrose. Today, I'd like to share with you a pretty exciting announcement. But first, I want to tell you a little of the Melrose story. What was here before the Melrose? Well, there was the chute, among other things. But there was also a growing and changing neighborhood that didn't have a great gathering place. And it happened to be my neighborhood. So, I set out with the intention of opening a bar with three things: great food, great beer, and I really wanted to align this place with the craft beer movement, and a great atmosphere. It didn't take us long to figure out that a lot of you guys were looking for the exact same bar. So, thanks to you, in the past 3 years, we've grown so much inside our four walls and in the Melrose neighborhood that we've decided to open another location in another neighborhood that needs a great gathering place. So since the Melrose name ties us to the Melrose neighborhood, we can't really grow with it. Our announcement today is that our new name is ML Rose Craft Beer and Burgers. Now we're pretty excited about this. It's a pretty big announcement for us, but I'm here to tell you what's not changing is really anything else. Same great food, same great beer, same great atmosphere, and most importantly, the same great people you've come to love interacting with in the past 3 years. We look forward to celebrating this with you, and I think I'm going to celebrate right now with a beer. Cheers.
The star of the show, other than craft beer at ML Rose, is the burger. It is thick, it is juicy. It is the first place I ever had a burger with a fried egg on it. And odd as it seemed to me at the time, now it is standard fare. And also try the Nash Vegas. It's awesome. Let me tell you a little bit about Austin Ray. He came to Nashville at age 23 after he graduated from Boston University with a degree in hospitality. His brands at his company include the Sutler, Melrose Billiard Parlor, Von Elrod's over by the Nashville Sound Stadium, and Rambler Cocktail Bar. But ML Rose, that started as a food truck, is expanding. His big news is that he's coming to a new community in Middle Tennessee. He's been doing his research, and he really has fallen in love with Mount Juliet. So, coming this summer to Mount Juliet, a new neighborhood place for wonderful food and great camaraderie. ML Rose. Find out more at mlrose.com. Also, do yourself a favor and find out more about the president and founder of A. Ray Hospitality, Austin Ray, at arayhospitality.com. What an interesting guy. He has been a mentor from Big Brothers and Big Sisters since 2008, and he also donates to the Martha O'Brien Center. A good guy with a great restaurant.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Joshua with Amputee Blade Runners, and we are telling more in our series of stories of the people that make ABR, who and what we are. This is all part of our efforts for the Big Payback, which is May 5th and 6th, 2021, starting at 6 p.m. on May 5th. Our goal is to raise $35,100. This will be enough to support 18 athletes over the coming months and year. And today we are joined by Christy Beth. Christy Beth, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you first find out about ABR?
Great question. So I was at a major race here in Middle Tennessee called the Franklin Classic, happens on Labor Day, probably 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly what year, but standing at the finish line, cheering in all of our runners, different customers crossing the finish line. It was a rainy day, so the streets were a little wet. And it's the first time I saw Mr. Daryl, who is a big, he's an amputee blade runner, but also he's just a great representative of ABR. He was coming down the finish. Daryl is a double amputee, and when he was coming to the finish, everybody, just the crowd erupted. Everybody was clapping for him. Just couldn't believe, you just don't see that many amputees or double amputees participating in races. Again, this was like a decade ago. Ground was wet. He fell. And just the shift of emotions from, we were so excited for him to, oh my gosh, is he okay? And some people get him back up. He crosses the finish line, and I turned and looked at a coworker of mine, Tammy McKinney, and we were just like, we got to meet this guy. We got to understand more about his story. And so that was our entry into learning more about ABR.
Yeah, that's it was a humbling moment. I believe that was Daryl's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So that definitely is seared in the memory of probably everyone who was there, and plenty of people who were not, that they've just heard it from you,
Right.
Daryl, and others. So what was, tell me a little bit about, why you were there. Like, what is Fleet Feet for those who don't know, and what's your role there?
Yeah, so Fleet Feet Nashville, we are running stores here in Middle Tennessee. We have a store in Green Hills, Brentwood, and Hendersonville. And we love serving the community for footwear, apparel, accessory needs. We've got a great fit process. And so we are just known as that community resource center. We support our community by going out to races, and now we try to do a lot of work with local nonprofits in the community where we feel like what we do and the resources we have match up really well with community needs. So one of our biggest resources is footwear, and a lot of the ABR athletes need footwear for their running blades. So that's what we do here in the community, whether you're a walker or a runner. We just have a really great reputation for customer experience.
Yeah, what I tell people all the time is, hey, we can make you a really awesome leg, but sometimes you do need, especially the unilaterals, where it's a specific kind of sole attached to the running blade, and then they just need something for that other foot that's going to help them in the same way with the goals. And I've been a Fleet Feet customer for long before I had any involvement with ABR. I think you guys are fantastic, and we're very grateful for you all helping our athletes be the best version of themselves. But again, Christy Beth, thank you so much for everything that you have done, your time today, for all the athlete support that you have provided over the years. It's been wonderful.
Well, we love working with your athletes. They are so positive, so happy. They're so grateful. It's just a wonderful group of folks to work with. And what y'all do is awesome. People don't realize that running blades aren't covered through insurance. And so for someone to go from maybe their typical prosthetic to a blade really allows them to do so much more, be so much more active. And so we're just so grateful that we get to be a part of that. And we're so grateful for what you all do for so many athletes.
Did you know that Main Street Nashville is live? With the Main Street Nashville e-edition, you can read online in its true printed format from anywhere in the whole world. It's all packaged in an easy-to-use digital format that puts you back in control. Main Street Nashville is a simple new way to interact with and consume news. Access the full e-edition of Main Street Nashville on your computer, tablet, or smartphone, and read whenever and wherever you want. All you have to do is subscribe by visiting mainstreetnash.com and clicking the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's so easy.
We're backstage. William Michael Morgan is here, and long, tall drink of water, and I'm finally meeting him for the first time, and yes, keeping country music alive.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We have a couple mutual friends, one being the very talented Payton Taylor. We were just talking about her a little bit ago. Great person, great friend to have, I tell you. I've known her about 8 years. You know, she's a person you can call, you can count on, you know. But
we can count on you to give us good country traditional music in a day where we don't get a lot of that from the new people coming out.
I just love country music in general, the stories, the vocals, the melodies.
You know what I appreciate is that you know that Johnny Paycheck was at the foundation of that.
Oh yes, man. Listen, I love country music. Now, you do too. I'm I'm not saying nothing new here, but yeah, I love Johnny Paycheck. That was another one of my influences. You know, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Paycheck, Willie Nelson. You know, what was it? Donnie Eugene Young. Was his original Donnie Young? Yep. Yeah.
I got to sing background vocals with him back in Louisiana on a show at the Pecan Festival. He and Vern Gosden. I said, well, I just kind of went to right to country music heaven, didn't I?
See, I'm from Vicksburg, Mississippi, and I can tell you, Louisiana, that's the only place you'll hear a Pecan Festival. They got those kind of deals down there, and I love it. I played a lot around Louisiana growing up as well. On the Louisiana Hayride, I actually performed. But yeah, I love Louisiana. Shoot, I've just right around the corner from it.
I did not know you were from Vicksburg. Oh my gosh, my parents were married in Vicksburg.
Oh shoot! Well, don't hold it against me now.
That's awesome. The cock of the walk. There have been Natchez under the hill and in Vicksburg and all that area, and go through that wonderful park there and see all the Civil War battleground?
There's a lot of history, yeah. And growing up there, you know, it seemed like every year in history class we'd take a day and we'd go out there and learn as much as we could about it. And as a kid, I didn't appreciate it as much, although history was my favorite subject. I didn't appreciate it as much, but now looking back, I'm so glad that we did that in school and that our teachers the school thought to do that with us. I hope they're still doing it. I haven't been on a campus in a while, but besides to play, but I hope they're still doing stuff like that. It's good for the kids.
You know, I heard once a really cool quote is that people don't repeat history. I mean, history doesn't repeat itself. People repeat history.
That is so true. That is so true and so deep as well. Yeah, wow.
Well, I can't. What do we have to look forward to from William Michael Morgan?
Well, we've got a lot of music coming out this year. I just released a song called Whiskey Kind of Night that I wrote with co-producers Doug Johnson and Adam Wood. Great guys, fantastic people, great songwriters as well. A lot of history between the both of them. But we have a lot of music coming out. We've got between some cover songs that we're going to release as singles and between our own singles that we've written, we'll probably have about 6 or 7 songs out this year before the end of the year. So,
well, I can't wait to hear it. Thank you for your time, and thanks for keeping country music alive.
Thank you very much, honey. It's good to meet you.
Blow your mind. You don't need someone to hold to keep you warm when nights are cold outside. What you need to find is a girl like mine. A girl like mine. You don't need anyone to be there for you, just to make you feel a little less alone. You don't need to chase the spark, hoping it'll make make your heart ignite. All that's missing in your life is a girl like mine, love like hers, a little more than you could ask for, way more than you deserve. Touch like that, that wrecks your world. If you're trying to find forever, boy, you don't need a girl. You need a girl like mine. Girl like mine. You find that one that's hidden in a million, makes you better just by being there. Yeah, the one that's hard to breathe without, gives you faith, cause there's no doubt it's right. What you need to find is a girl like mine, love like hers, a little more than you could ask for, way more than you deserve. Touch like that, that wrecks your world. Yeah, if you're trying to find forever, boy, you don't need a girl. You need a girl like mine. It's your best friend's got your back through thick and thin. She's in your bones, under your skin. There ain't nothing you won't get for a girl like mine, love like hers. If you're trying to find forever, boy, you don't need a girl. You need a girl like mine.